Right, I have my slabs already rolled out to the set thickness. We have a piece of tape over there that is showing where the arrow should be at. If it's off, let me know and I can fix that for you. I have my two slabs here already smoothed. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna smooth this slab and compress it until that texture of the canvas is gone on both sides. So we'll take that sponge with water across it and then we'll go back in with our rib. Flip it over, trying not to bend it. And again, we will smooth with our sponge. And then compress with our rib. Once we get our slabs smooth and compressed, I already have my template pieces cut out. We will want to make sure that we cut them square as possible so that our pieces line up. If you don't cut this as close to the lines as possible, you might have some issues with building. The second part is when we are lining up our pieces on our slabs, we want to make sure we get the most out of our slabs so we're not just putting them in random areas and trying to cut them out. We want to make sure we get the most out of each slab and we play Tetris with our pieces. And again, it'll say on each piece how many you need of each one. I do believe on this form 2, some of you, I hadn't corrected it yet, there is only one piece for the bottom. So we're going to arrange these to where we get the most out of each slab. And you're gonna try to make sure we have all of our slabs rolled out at the same time so they can be the same amount of wetness on each one. So let's take our pieces and figure this out. When we are putting these on, we want to get them as close to the edge as possible so that we are making the most out of this slab. So we have this whole slab set up with our template pieces as closely together as possible. And we are going to be cutting, first we are going to be cutting only 90-degree straight cuts like we did on our skills test. So we will want your slabs to be on a slab mat that you can rotate just so it's easier for you while you're cutting. You're going to want to have that 90-degree elbow and have your knife straight in your hand. So when you're doing your straight cuts, you'll go along the edge of that template, cut straight through all the way. Just make sure this is lined up perfect. make sure you're cutting as close to the edges as possible. So have that first piece cut out. And then we have multiple things we can set our slabs on. We have these wooden pieces. We have these square printable plates back there that we use. And then we also have the vats for throwing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a layer of plastic on the bottom so that we can put our slab pieces right here flat on there as we cut them out. So as I cut out each piece, I'm going to lay them flat on that piece of wood. So I've got another piece cut out. We're going to take that piece and lay it flat. And again, we're going to need this piece again. So now that we're done with that slab, we'll bring this next slab over. I think I might actually need one more slab.
Okay. I have a couple. Or do you want to, should we stack what we have and just use that and tell them we're one slab short for the demo, or do we roll one?
Whatever you
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think we can figure out from here that
Okay.
how to stack them at least.
Okay, sounds good. Because I got it right here, I'll be back in the video.
Again, when you're cutting these pieces, I know that piece wasn't very straight on. You'll want to get it as close to the paper as possible, getting that cut as accurate as possible. So it's getting to where we can't really lay our piece flat, so we're gonna have to make some adjustments here. We want them to all be flat the whole time. So we've got our first layer of slabs down here. I think we can fit some of these small pieces in here. Let's get these on there. Put this piece here. Then we need one more piece. Okay. And we've got a full first layer here stacked on top of our plastic. So what we're gonna do now is we have this cut up piece that we are going to lay across this way. Make sure we cover the whole top of it with plastic. And that way, once we get this slab cut out, we can lay it on top of here flat. So what we'll do, this down to the very edge. And so we'll just want to make sure we set this next piece on a flat surface. Even if you're going this way, you'll want to make sure that it's flat. We don't want any pieces hanging over the edge to where they will bend and break off. So we want everything to be up against, flat against the edges. We'll have one piece there and one piece there. We're missing one of these pieces down here. But once you have those all on, again, you're gonna wanna take another piece of plastic probably and cut it. You wanna make sure every single piece is covered with plastic. You don't want anything to be out. You don't want any of these pieces to get dry because everything we do on this project is done at the leather hard stage. So we'll want to make sure we have it completely covered in plastic. Now for the bevel cuts, you will have a guide that goes with all the bevel cuts that we have. But again, I wanted to show you for your bevel cut, you will be coming in with the tip of your knife will be showing no matter what. So you'll find where you want the tip of your knife to be coming out of your clay at. You'll find your angle, get your thumb set up, and you'll be going through that clay all the way down until you get that bevel cut. You will do that throughout all the pieces, and I will have a piece of paper that has a diagram of each piece and will show you where to bevel on each piece. And again, after you get all your pieces beveled, you will have them back on your stack. You want to make sure they are flat and fully covered before you put them away in your cubby. If you feel like your pieces are getting a little drier, you might want to use your spray bottle, spray a little bit of water on them, cover them back up, and put them in your cubby.